In this video, I'm gonna give you 2 ways I would invest $10,000 to achieve financial freedom. And I'm gonna cut straight to the chase and get right into it. If you get some value out of this video, hit that subscribe button. Now, first, I would take that $10,000 and I would invest that into a single family house and put 3.5% down. So 3.5% down, you could essentially buy a $300,000 house. Both these strategies I'm teaching you in this video, I've done myself, and it's also been helping all the students inside my real estate accelerator program. So if you follow on exactly what I'm showing you and what I did, you're gonna be able to achieve your financial freedom. So whenever we were living in Colorado Springs, Colorado, we were able to buy a $320,000 property and it was valued at $350,000. So if you just kind of follow along and put yourself in my shoes, then you can see what's possible. So we bought that property for $320,000. We lived in that property for 1 year and we sold that property for $381,000. The annual percentage rate in Colorado Springs at the time was around 10%. So we got a little bit under the annual percentage rate, but whatever. We ended up making $61,000 in profit before we had to pay taxes on it. After that, we ended up rolling those profits into more and more properties. Now, the trick is you need to be living in a high appreciation market. A high appreciation market can be anywhere between 7 and 10%. Now, you're probably gonna have to move because you're more than likely not living in a high appreciation market. So you're gonna have to move. And honestly, you need to make your financial life a priority. That's what I did, and I ended up achieving financial freedom in just 3 years. We had to pay capital gains tax on that $61,000 of profit. But if you want to avoid that, you can just live in the property for 2 years and keep gaining that appreciation. And after you live in it for 2 years, you can sell it and avoid all the capital gains, because as long as you live in your primary residence for the last 2 of 5 years, you can avoid capital gains. For us, in our situation, we were wanting to move out of the property and roll those profits into more and more properties. This is gonna be based off of your situation and your wants, but for us, we want to roll those profits into more properties. This is just one strategy I teach all my students inside the Real Estate Accelerator program, but the other strategy that I teach you is gonna be a faster way to achieve financial freedom, because the first way I just taught you is going to delay your financial freedom, but you're gonna build up a big nest egg of properties where you can go out there and buy multiple properties all at once. But this next strategy that I'm going to show you is a faster way to achieve financial freedom. And honestly, you're going to be able to achieve financial freedom in the next 3 to 5 years. Some of my Real Estate Accelerator program students have already achieved this. So if that's something that you're wanting, keep watching. And by the way, there's gonna be a link to the Real Estate Accelerator program in the description below this video. Another way I would invest $10,000 right now is go out there and buy a duplex, triplex, or fourplex, and you can utilize an FHA loan where you only have to put 3.5% down. And like I mentioned already in this video, that you can buy a duplex, triplex, or fourplex for around $300,000. And let's say, for example, that you're renting out an apartment right now, somewhere where you're living, for $1,500. That's how much your rent is. Let's go out there and buy a duplex for $300,000. Now let's also say that your mortgage on that duplex is going to be roughly $1,300. Now let's also say, this is all hypothetical and all an example, it's going to be based off of your situation. Next, you're going to live in one side of the duplex and you're going to be renting out the other side. So we already established that the mortgage on this duplex is $1,300. Let's say you can rent out the other side for $1,500. So now you have $200 left over every single month that can go towards expenses like the carpet, the paint, etc., some vacancy, whatever it needs to cover. So instead of having to rent out the apartment, you moved out of that apartment and you went and you bought a duplex and now you're living in it. Well, now you don't have to pay rent because obviously you moved out of it. And then now you don't have to pay a mortgage because you have a tenant paying for that mortgage. Now what happens is, instead of you having to pay $1,500 in rent, you can now save that money, put that back in your pocket. This is what's amazing about doing this strategies, because you can start out by making $1,500 a month. You're not really making $1,500, but now you don't have to pay for rent. You don't have that living cost. So you can just keep that money instead of having to pay for it. So after 1 month, you could literally be making $1,500 a month. You want to know what's even better? You can do this again and again and again, year after year after year. And after 3 years, you could be making $4,500 a month by investing in real estate. Isn't that something that you want? This is probably more than you're making in your 9-to-5 job right now. Don't you deserve to get your time back? Stop wasting your time at that 9-to-5 making someone else's dreams come true. Stop wasting your time helping someone else become rich. It's your time. Make yourself rich. If you're ready to take your life, your time, and your finances seriously, click on the link below to the Real Estate Accelerator program. Let me help you get there by teaching you everything that you need to know: how to find the properties, get the best lending, how to manage the tenants, everything that you need to know. I want to be there for you. What's even better is I'm gonna go live with you 2 times a week for group coaching. But if that's something that you don't want, that's totally fine. And if you don't want to do those methods to achieve your financial freedom in the next 3 to 5 years, that's totally fine. At least watch the video that's popping up on your screen right now, where I show you how to buy your first rental property in the next 45 days. So click on that video on your screen right now. Until the next video, I'm out. See ya.